obviously a place we hadn't won at very much, so mission accomplished. We're really happy to get out of here with a W. Been down here a long time, shoot, last time we won here, my son was just born, Clay. He had a bottle in his mouth, so it's been long enough. And I love the fight of our guys, the preparation that we had. And Tim, I didn't know this, but Tim told me just a minute ago. I guess it's the Clemson's come in here undefeated many times since 1903, but it's the first time they've left undefeated. So hats off to Georgia Tech. But our guys they were locked in, man. Played very well. The first half was just, outside of a couple of miscues, just a dominant performance. I think they had 22 yards at the half on 21 plays, and then offensively, man, we were 56 plays, 300-something yards, just a thing of beauty. And the second half was weird. That was a weird second half, and that's what happens sometimes when you play this group. We only had 7 plays in third quarter, 2 possessions, and we messed up the first third down. We had our tackle went the wrong way on a simple play, and then we come back a second time and we got the perfect call on third down to Tay, and he had the first down and then went backwards and lost the first down. So that was the only 2 possessions we had in the third quarter. So give them some credit, because I think they had a 90-yard drive. We pinned them back. I thought the field position was awesome all night. Really pleased with our punt team and the field position that they created. And same thing with our kickoff coverage. But fourth quarter we were able to get it done and just enough to got the field goal, and then we're able to click off some. I think we had 27 first downs, so we didn't punch it in on a couple of opportunities where we had. But when you can control the ball like that and then get that amount of first downs against this type of team, man, you're making hay, because they're not really built to run a 2-minute offense. So we knew that we just needed to be smart right there and down the stretch. And the interception was huge. That was huge. What a great play by Van. And again, 124 total yards, 95 yards rushing. Just a dominant performance, especially from our guys up front. And that's where it all starts. And I can't tell you how proud I am of those guys. And then offensively, Deshaun, 300-something yards. We had a couple of miscues on some easy plays. One where the receiver ran the wrong route, and so we had just a couple little miscues there that we got to clean up. But it was a great game. Ray just continues to have dominant performances. Some big plays, some big third downs. Leggett, got going tonight. Had a big touchdown catch. Mike had some big plays. But, kind of the 12th man, if you will, was Cornell Powell. We talked about that coming into this game, that there's probably going to be somebody that we're not expecting. And I know it was just one play, but there was a play I guess it was the first quarter, a third down play early in the game. Might have been early second, somewhere in the first or early second. But it was kind of a low ball, and he goes down and makes he made a difficult catch, just look routine. And that's what good receivers do. And you make your quarterback right. And, man, what a grab. It was just a simple play. But, man, the rhythm, the tempo, that we really threw and caught the ball well the first half. And really proud of him and what he was able to do. So, again, proud of our team. We came here to be 4-0. That's what we got done. We didn't win the division tonight, but we got off to a good start. We've had 4 wins and 2 of them on the road in tough places. Places that Clemson hadn't won a lot. So I think that says a little bit about the mental toughness of our guys. I love that. So now it's our guys get a couple days off and turn the page to our first division game next week. We'll be excited about that. And biggest game of the year, not because it's Louisville, but just because it's the next one. And we'll put everything we got into getting ready for it and seeing if we can clean up a few things and play a little bit better in a couple areas. But again, really complete performance, all 3 phases. Tied on the turnover margin. We did get the downs, the stop on downs there at the end, but I was hoping we could win it outright, but we were even in that.
Considering that you only gave up 71 yards rushing to them a year ago, do you consider this to be the more dominant performance, even though they may have had a few more yards on the ground?
Well, yes, because we're at their place, and Clemson folks know how hard it is to win down here. And I love our guys. They were locked in. They had a great mentality. They really bought into what we needed to do to get ready for this game from fall camp on. And it's hard. I mean, this is a team that usually somewhere in that top 10 in rushing in the country. They know what the heck they're doing, but at the end of the day, our guys they won the matchups up front. It's just really that simple. They just won the matchups, and when they can block you, you're in for a long night. If they can't block you, then they're in for a long night, and that's really what it came down to tonight.
Yeah, some of the stuff you need to clean up, is that just typical early season stuff, or is it stuff that does concern you in the big picture?
No, just simple things. We Mike just busted. I mean, he just ran a slant route. I mean, and we got the perfect matchup, so we had a bust on that. But I've never coached a perfect game, and there's every game I've ever coached. I don't care what game it is. We always have corrections, always. But I certainly try to focus on the positive, and we try to correct the negative and the mistakes. Had a couple offsides, critical. We had 2 other potential touchdowns where we had protection issues. We had Artavis had his guy beat, and Deshaun couldn't set because the guy we busted, just completely busted. And then we had one other one where we had a chance to have a touchdown and we got sacked, missed assignment up front. And we protected our quarterback very well. I mean, 2 of our 3 games coming into this, we had no sacks on our OL. So we'll correct that. We got a good bunch, but they got good players too, and they make plays. That's football. But definitely nothing that's not correctable. Nothing major at all. Really. And then in that fourth quarter, again, you hadn't had the ball. And so now you're in the fourth quarter and you got a big lead, and they're really selling out. And we're trying to, manage the clock, trying to milk it down, trying to find something there in the running game. And there's a few things that we probably wish we could have had back as coaches where I think we could have maybe helped them a little bit more. But again, to give them some credit. They were doing what they needed to do to try to get the ball back, force a turnover or something like that. And, we kept it clean and we were able to, play the field position. Defense was playing great. So we were probably a little conservative there in the fourth quarter, but that's kind of what the situation called for, and how, if you're paying attention to the game and how we were playing. So pleased with Teasdall. I mean, he really did a good job of pinning them deep, and once we got kind of locked in, it was okay. They're going to have to try to throw the ball, and I felt like that was an advantage for us.
What have you heard on Jalen Williams?
I think he said it was MCL, so they felt like his ACL looked good. So that's a real positive, so we'll get him back. If something might be out, I'm sure he'll be out a few weeks or something, but he will be back, according to what they told me in the locker room. They'll do an MRI tomorrow to make sure, but they felt like the ACL was good, which is great for him. So we've been fortunate, with the injuries that we've had. We've lost good players, but we're going to get them all back. We'll be getting Austin back here soon, and we're going to get Renfro back soon. And now Jalen will be out here for a little while, but at some point he'll be back. So I'm really happy for him. He was having a good season. Just glad that it wasn't the ACL. And outside of that, I think that was it.
How important was it to go for that march down and get that touchdown right away?
I thought that's what I told the offense. I thought they set the tempo for the whole night on that drive. I thought that was a tremendous drive. So I was just telling them that in the locker room. The guys were ready. They executed. We had a couple third downs. Big play by Ray on a little scissors route. So they really picked up where they left off. I mean, we had 10 straight scoring drives, the last 3 drives of the Troy game and then the first 7 of South Carolina State. And so it was good to see them come right out and boom, 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 create that type of momentum in the first half.
We've got some players over here if anybody wants any.
Coach, I think Deshaun had over 30 pass attempts in the first half. Was the plan to rely on the passing game that heavily going in, or was that dictated by the way Tech was playing?
A little bit of how they were playing us. A lot of off coverage, and then they we really expected they would play a little bit more 42 hard corner into the boundary, but they ended up spinning the safeties down. I think they were trying to help their guys in the box from a running game standpoint, and so we had a lot of one-on-one matchups. And we like our odds when we get that. So we took a lot of the underneath stuff, and it was really just more about what they were presenting in the box more than anything else.
Winning the battles up front. How about winning the battles on the outside and the speed and defeating blocks?
Yeah. Our secondary did a tremendous job. And again, it all starts up front because then those guys can run. When Ben can run free and Six can run free, now I tell you what I thought we did a good job of is you can't just have the same call. You got to mix it up with these guys. Paul's as good as there is. He's got answers, but as far as how we triggered on the perimeter, whether it was a corner, we had some timely calls where we crashed the corner and mixed it up, whether it was the corner coming or the safety running the alley, but. Again, it all starts up front because when you're gobbling blocks and you're penetrating the line of scrimmage, it allows those guys to run a little freer. So Dorian O'Daniel, I saw him a ton. I don't know how many plays. He seems like he's player of the game every time we play these guys. He just kind of built for this type of game plan. But all those guys played well. And again, the discipline that we played with on the back end was really, really good. Seems like every year they get some crazy big play on us off of the crack and goes. That was the halfback pass that they tried tonight, and Van just played it great, rolled backside. So I thought we did a good job on the perimeter, defeating some blocks by our secondary guys, but guys really running the alley and staying locked in on their keys. But it all goes back to Carlos and Dexter and Pagano and those guys up front. No doubt about it.
The 9-point swing right before half.
Yeah.
You went from 14 to 23. I mean, you have felt okay up 14-0, but now you go in 23-0. Does that change everything?
I mean, we anytime we can have a lead, we're happy, but we didn't feel like we had the game at all. We knew we were going to have to play a great second half to have a chance to put the game away, but that was a crazy scenario right there. I told Deshaun that's the best interception he'll ever throw in his life right there. He got 2 points for it. Crazy. So, it's good to get some good karma down here for a change. We've had a lot of that stuff go against us, but I tell you, the drive before the half was awesome. The first drive and that last drive were a thing of beauty, and we managed the clock. We did a nice job there. We didn't want to leave them hardly any time, and just a great play, throw and catch with he and Leggett. Good to see Leggett get going tonight. He had some big plays and had another opportunity or two where we didn't connect.
You'll have 10 days to deal with Lamar Jackson. What have you seen so far out of him, and just how much better Louisville is?
Yeah, well, honestly, not a lot. I mean, I've seen the highlights. I mean, I've been so consumed with – we just played 2 games in 5 days, so I have not I hadn't spent a lot of time studying Louisville. I certainly will. I'll start that tomorrow and take advantage of a little extra time to break them down. But the highlights that I've seen have been, like a video game. I mean, he's just he's a gifted guy. We knew that last year. I mean, when we studied them last year, and we knew that maybe he didn't have quite the whole package down just yet when we played him early. But by the end of the year, man, he was because we continued to see them on tape as we were playing other people. And I was like, whew, okay, this kid here is going to be something special. And that's exactly, I mean, he's a great football player, no doubt. They got a heck of a team. I thought they had a great team last year and the year before. But now they've got the quarterback position kind of solidified with a sure enough great player.
Coach Trevion Thompson had a big catch in
Yeah.
the first half to set up a touchdown. He had a touchdown on last Saturday. Is he finally over the hump, you think, from
Yeah.
confidence and execution standpoint?
I think so. I mean, I think he's kind of settled in, and it's good to see him have some big plays a couple weeks in a row. That was a huge play. I thought he almost scored right there, but and again, Cornell stepping up with 5 big catches. Dion, I don't think had many opportunities. Now he had the one. Should have had that one down there on the goal line. Really ran a great route. Had a great route and a really good throw. I think he was more focused on where the pylon was, and he just took his eye off the ball, trying to drag his feet. But very makeable play. So but he'll have plenty of opportunities as we go. But all those guys did well.
Speaking of dragging the feet, Mike Williams had that catch in the end zone. He ended up going out of bounds. You think he just lost awareness of where he was?
Well, I thought he was too wide. I thought he did a poor job of holding what we call holding the line. You know, he drifted a little bit, and but if he'd have done a little better job of buying a little real estate, then we would have had an opportunity there. So just, some little things we can clean up as we continue to play.